Hello, everyone, and welcome back to On Point Politics. And today we're going to be doing a demographic breakdown analysis of the 2024 presidential election. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And so essentially what I've done is I've basically put down all of my estimated personal margins for all sorts of demographics between age, education, gender, income, and race. And so essentially, the final result ends up being a popular vote for Trump of plus 12, which I think is a pretty high number for the former president. He gets 369 electoral college votes to Joe Biden's 196. I am under the pretense Trump will win in an electoral college landslide this year, but this margin is definitely outside of my possible, estimation that I have based on my model. And what we're going to notice is that there are many safe Democrat states from the previous cycle that are nowhere near this column as they were just a couple of years ago. If we actually fill this out, what you'll notice is that the only safe states on the map for the Democrats are Massachusetts, Vermont, Maryland, and DC, literally giving Biden just 27, basically safe electoral college votes. For the Republicans, I'd assume all of these states from 2020 would essentially be in that safe Republican column, including Iowa, Ohio, as well as Florida and Texas, including Alaska and that main second congressional district. We also see as we keep going that there are many competitive states that otherwise wouldn't have been competitive in previous presidential elections that would have had a more competitive national environment. However, we do see, as of right now, the states of California, Washington would be in that likely Democrat column. State of Illinois is actually not even in the likely Democrat column. Hawaii would be, Connecticut, and Rhode Island would be in this column as well. So we're going to be breaking this down by margin. We see that Rhode Island's still likely. We see Delaware is still in that likely Democrat column. However, a state like New Jersey, you're going to actually see something very interesting unfold there. It is very competitive, but it does actually lean in Donald Trump's column. And we're going to be seeing a lot of white voters move to the left based on this model, essentially, because there is a lot of, plus 65-year-old voters that are making 100K or 60K or more that are doing better. And so, yes, the white vote does shift to the right, but not as much as some of these other demographics. And because of that, Donald Trump is still not even flipping the state of Maine at large, even in this basically scenario, which is pretty insane to really look at this. But essentially, for the safe Republican states, we have multiple to actually look at here. For example, we have the states of pretty much Georgia and North Carolina going in the plus 15 column. Donald Trump wins 60% to 39 against Joe Biden in Georgia. According to this, in North Carolina, he's ahead by 18 points. In Nevada, he's actually ahead by 15 in the state of Nevada as well. That actually gives him 257 electoral college votes. And then the state of Arizona, he's up by approximately 14. In Nebraska, second, he's up by 11 points in that state, already giving him 269. In Pennsylvania, he's up presumably by around 13 points. He's up 12 in Wisconsin, and in Michigan, he's up by around 12 as well, putting the former president at 313 electoral college votes. We also see that Wisconsin and the Rust Belt's all voting to the right of the national popular vote. New Mexico would be an 11-point victory for the former president in this scenario. That is a very large, electoral college victory in that state. I don't expect that state to be anywhere near that victory, neither the Rust Belt, but this is what this demographic model is showing as of right now. The state of Virginia would be an 8-point win for Donald Trump here. We also see the state of Minnesota being at around 6 points for Donald Trump. We can go here, and from there, basically we have the lean Republican states, those actually being Colorado, New Jersey, and New Hampshire, which then puts the former president at that margin. And we also see a state like New York actually get semi-competitive, but it is still in that likely column, only around 8 points there. Maine's first is actually still in that likely column as well. The only tilt state on the map for Biden is going to be Maine at large, as well as Illinois, believe it or not. And Oregon is actually in the lean Democrat column on this map. So when you model all that out, Donald Trump gets 369 electoral college votes to Joe Biden's 169. Now, this is definitely a very big, overestimation estimation of what I think Donald Trump's going to get. Right now, I have Donald Trump getting 327 electoral college votes. I had him getting 347 not that long ago, but since Biden's actually surged in state polls and the national aggregate, I have Donald Trump winning by slightly less than what he was last week. However, the presidential debate is coming up very, very soon, and if Donald Trump gains around 2 or 3 points in that national aggregate, he is going to see a major boost. If Donald Trump starts leading the national aggregate by 4 or 5 points again, states like Colorado and New Jersey could potentially become competitive, or at least get within 5 points of polling data. Even a state like Oregon could probably get in that column as of right now. But basically, based off of the demographic model that I put together, this is the electoral college result that Donald Trump would get. Presumably, Hispanics would be the main reason why he wins the election, as I basically have him only losing Hispanics in my model by about 5 points. He gets around 17% of the black vote, but he's getting a large amount of the white vote here. Female voters do shift to the left, and so do older voters as well, as richer voters shift to the left, but that's not enough to offset a lot of the gains that the Democrats have made, or at least the Republicans have made, with some of the black, Hispanic, lower income groups and non-college educated voters, as well as younger voters. And so this is where you get that large electoral college victory. Now, again, a plus 12, popular vote victory for Trump, I think is pretty unrealistic, even though Rasmussen, who, is deemed as a very right-leaning pollster, but in 2020 and 2016, they actually got the national average almost pretty spot on. They have Trump up 10 with Kennedy included in a poll. So, I mean, there is some credence to something similar to this happening, but I definitely think it would be on the lower side. I don't see Colorado flipping. We can actually just fill these out solid to kind of see what the map looks like. I honestly really doubt a state like that would potentially be able to flip in that column. I don't think Colorado would be able to flip in the Republican column this cycle. New York, there's an outside shot, and I actually think New York could potentially vote to the right of Colorado if everything goes really good for Trump, but I doubt that's going to happen. I see a very outside shot there. New Jersey, it's possible, but it's a very outside shot as well. This would basically be my swing state kind of basically map, essentially. This is what I deem the actual swing states. And right now, Biden's actually winning in most of them, believe it or not. He's actually winning in most of the swing states as of right now. Donald Trump just gets Minnesota and Nebraska second. Biden's actually picking up most of these as of right now. Donald Trump before was basically leading in all the swing states, essentially getting 347. Now he's kind of caught up. I do actually have New Hampshire flipping Republican, though, in my latest projection. So this is my official forecast, but that was what that demographic model showed as of right now. I just thought it would be a cool idea to play around with this demographic model. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.